Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is beginning of the month for December Tarot Oracle reading. And Gemini, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Gemini, we still all have a little bit of Gemini in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Gemini in? This is where the energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled and washed the cards, but we're going to give them a few cuts here and begin the reading. We're going to start with the underlying energy from the deck, and the underlying energy for this reading is the 9 of Pentacles. That's an awesome way to start off a reading, with a bunch of pentacles. Good for you, Gemini. And the 9 of Pentacles is showing 3 pentacles in the bush, which she's willing to share with others. And then the 6 pentacles that she's got her hand on, she keeps for herself so that she can continue to empower herself to be able to make money, to be able to share it with others. So pentacles don't just mean money, they mean health, wealth, and happiness, like fulfillment in all areas of life. And this energy is speaking of someone, it's the energy that Nikola Tesla talks about, the 369. If you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And so this is what this ratio is. It's knowing how much to keep for yourself so that you can provide for others, and have enough to make sure you can continue doing that. And she has the falcon to, she sends out for information, and the falcon comes back. So this is just an indication that it is important to use your insight, like your intuitiveness, as well as your logic when it comes to understanding when to give and take and how much. And the first card out, oh my goodness, that kind of startled me. This first card out is the Devil, and this is temptation. This card represents temptation. The Devil is, there's these 2 people here, a man and a woman, and they're chained to this black box. And you notice the Devil is on his haunches, like squatting over this area here. And the Devil, this is representing like animal instincts. And so what this card is saying is, this is temptation. And the devil's not going to come to you and say, hey, I'm going to make your life miserable. Why don't you come with me and sell your soul? No, the devil's going to show up with something that you really want to tempt you. And quite often that is like involved with sexual activity, like because of the animal instincts. When the devil shows up in a reading, I like to cover it. There we go, because we want to find out who is the devil sending in to do his dirty work for him. The devil has minions do his dirty work. He doesn't do it himself, or sometimes God will send someone in, but this feels like this is like people. So the 3 of Pentacles, this energy represents someone who has mastered their skill set, and other people want to collaborate with them because they're really good at what they do now. And you notice that this person is elevated on the bench, and this is a stonemason, and he's doing all this beautiful work, and they are there with plans, and they want to collaborate with him, which is a really good thing normally, but it's covering the devil. And this is my card for, because this is a stonemason, this can be a card of secret societies and hidden secrets that perhaps you don't know about. So this is just a warning that this card could be saying that if you're collaborating with people, make sure it's people that actually really do admire your work and want to be in alignment and work with you. And we'll look into it a little bit more. So this card represents the beginning houses in astrology, and Gemini is actually at the kindergarten level. So Aries is the infant, and Taurus is the toddler, and now this person's about to go to school. And I'm getting that innocence is you want to make sure that you have really strong internal boundaries, because the dynamics of this interchange is that this may be an uneven exchange, and you may not be aware of everything behind an offer. So just be very careful with this energy. We're also in retrograde here, energy with Mercury, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So when Mercury goes retrograde, from the Earth's view, it appears to be going backwards. And this energy is very, it's communication mishaps, etc., like contracts, everything, anything that if you can avoid waiting until retrograde is over, which is in about another 10 days. By the time I get this out, it'll probably be about 3 days from now. And this energy is just saying, be really careful of who you collaborate with. Make sure they actually really do honor your work. I'm getting you have mastered your skill set, and that energy people are starting to notice. Really, that's a really good thing. We'll see where this takes us here. This is, I just wanted to also say that this energy is the internal dynamics, internal forces. And those are the things, like if you are laying in bed at night and you're asking yourself, like, what if this happens? What if that happens? And you have that feeling, then, look into things more before you sign up with anyone or, do business with people. And then, yes, the Hangman is coming in and saying, yes, that's, get more knowledge. The Hangman, it hangs from the tree of knowledge. And and he's hanging there upside down because he wants to look at things from all angles. And you notice that he's got this bright aura around his head. So this is saying, really look into it and don't rush into anything. Make sure, you see how his hands are behind his back and his intuition is behind him. And he's still hanging here. The right leg represents moving forward and taking action. And this is saying that some people might, if you have a lot of pentacles at this time, that some people may be wanting to get a hold of some of that. And it might, you need to look into the situation. Be careful that what you are, if you're signing anything or collaborating with other people, that they are in alignment with your goals. Okay, because there's a tower here. And so the tower is a reality check. So this is again saying, yes, this energy with the devil underneath and this over top here, and you having a lot of that energy being about all these pentacles. And the 369 is what Nikola Tesla talks about being the key to the universe. So being able to be in this energy and making sure you don't give away too much of your health, wealth, and talent, that you don't have enough left for yourself. You want to make sure that this is a strong ratio. And the tower is a reality check. So this is really saying, again, if you are entertaining, working with other people, or getting in a relationship with someone, signing a contract, taking a promotion, purchasing property, all of these different things, you want to just make sure that you really do your due diligence and that you check into everything, because the tower is when something happens and then you have to deal with it if you haven't been. And so you may have been had someone propose to you, ask you to come work for them, do business, be a partner in business with them. It could be a lot of things. This is saying, make sure that you take the time to really look into it. Make sure you get all the information, because there's some iffy energy around it, is what I'm getting. Yes. And so this card right here is this is the Two of Pentacles, and that's kind of talking about this energy of juggling. So this might be a time when you're actually very, very busy right now and you're doing a lot of multitasking. So it could be something just as simple as you know, you're missing something because you're in a hurry because you have so much on your mind. So this is saying slow down a little bit here, and make sure that you really check into things. You want to make sure that if you're multitasking, that you're not multitasking so much that you're actually missing things. Like it's more like you get a lot done, but it's not quality, it's more quantity. And this is also saying, because you notice the waves in the background, those are emotions. And the little boat over here is small, but it gets bigger. It's like an indication that, you know, you want to make sure that the waves are in your favor, and if they're growing, that they're growing in the direction you want. This card also says, it's a card that says, you know, juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. Yeah, and now the Hermit's coming in. So the Hermit is saying, yes, we want to shed more light on a situation before signing on the dotted line. And it's an energy of going up to the top of the mountain and then coming back down. And you only take action when this light in the lantern is bright. And you notice here, taking the time here to make sure that this is, like, I'm getting like, say, like if you were moving to a city and you thought this was a really good neighborhood, go to the neighborhood and go during the week, go during, you know, at night, and just walk around and check it out, you know, to make sure this is a decision that you really want to make. So it's kind of saying any move you make, just really, really look into it. And because when the Hermit comes down from the mountain, he's communing with God and meditating and praying to get the answers that he needs before he comes down and takes action. And when his staff here is gold like this, it means, okay, you have the knowledge you need, and then make the decision. We have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess is saying she's sitting in between two towers, and she is using her intuition. This is the card of intuition. And it's also, she follows the cycles of the moon, which is what this sickle is about here. And we do, as I'm doing this reading right now, we have a new moon tonight. And it is moving from Scorpio energy into Sagittarius. And it's all about new. So it's, this energy is saying, again, use your intuition. The High Priestess is very close to God. She sits, you know, in a very high position, and she follows the cycles of the moon to be able to tune in and understand what's happening, to be able to understand any hidden secrets or illusions that may be at play. And that's, again, saying again, get all the information. Yes, and the energy again is, this card is like the Seven of Wands, and this is about when you know what you know, then move forward, then take action. Don't take action until you know what you know. This is a card of conviction. It means that you know what you know and you want to move forward with this without a doubt. You have no doubts left in your mind. This is something you want to do. So I'm not saying don't do something. I'm saying make sure before you do anything that's like a big move, that you really do your due diligence. And you notice like this person's on higher ground, and they have, you see this energy is the shoes don't match. He's got a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other. So that's like he was in a hurry. And because he was in a hurry, he's had to like fight for what he wants instead of just receiving it. And that's the energy that I'm picking up. So this energy is, if we go from here, this is like your self-identity. Like how do you feel about it? And this is saying, you know what you want better than anyone else can. So, meditate on it, pray on it, and get into a position where you have all the facts. And then if you're going to do anything, this is like you're worth taking the time. Like if someone's trying to, you know, pressure you, oh, you know, this is a chance that you're not going to get again and you have to make a decision within 24 hours sort of energy. It's kind of like, hold off and make sure. And then we have the communication here. And as I said, Mercury, which is the sign that rules Gemini, is in retrograde. So this energy is coming in about making sure that this communication is true. And then any energy here is like, because you don't want to be looking down the line, regretting what you did because of emotions, like getting caught up in the emotion and thinking, no, I really want this. And, you know, I don't need to check into it anymore. Like that's what this is saying. And then making sure you use your intuition, your creativity to get creative solutions. And, you know, if it's something to do with a romance or a partnership or something like that, that you really get to know the person before, you know, you get into bed with them is what's coming, is how I'm hearing it. So regardless of whether that's a romance or a financial situation, a business, or, you know, purchasing real estate, and then, oh, you move there and then you realize, oh my God, I don't want to live here. And this is something that you want to make sure that, you know, you don't want to be worrying about it. These two shoes represent someone that's like not 100% sure yet. And so you have to fight for, you know, to get the knowledge, to be able to stand on your convictions. And he's on high ground, and that's what he's doing. And these wands represent actions that are taken. And we don't know if these wands are being held by someone else or if he's planted them there. So that's the energy that's coming in. And then we're going to go to the external forces and maybe see, you know, what is this energy about? And we have the Knight of Wands. And so the Knight of Wands, yes, the Knight of Wands is coming in. And the Knight of Wands is, he is known to, like, he's a very fiery, very charismatic person. It represents kind of that entrepreneurial energy. It also can be a message of romance, or of less romance and more passion. That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. And he's reining his emotions in. But, you know, you can see it's taken a lot of energy to rein his emotions in. He's got this big red plume on the back of his hat. And that's the energy. The excitement and the passion and then the mysteries of life are represented here. So it's saying again, you know, this is a rebel with a cause. So make sure that if you're rushing into something, you know what you're rushing into. Because really, he, like this energy here with the yellow tunic and the salamanders that are in a circle, they represent protection from fire. So it's kind of like the energy of the wands is like, it's the fire signs. It's that energy of like, really, they like action. So if, you know, external forces want you to act right now and you aren't really feeling it, don't. Just, you know, take your time. If it's meant for you, it'll happen. And then we have the Pentacles here, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is saying, this is the truth, this is the truth. And because you have followed your, this is a gift from God, from the highest, from the universe. And so I'm just getting that when this energy is stepping in, and this is a reward because you followed your North Star. And following your North Star means that you're in your element, you're on your divine path. And maybe other people, because this is a messenger, this is someone that's communicating. And we've got that warning about the communication because this is the Gemini energy, right? And Mercury's in retrograde. So this is saying, this is this money that you have is a divine gift from the universe for being, and from God for being on your path. Be very careful here. Yeah. And then we have the Lovers coming in. So the Lovers is the energy of choices. So this is about making choices. This card is traditionally actually about making a choice between people. And you notice that it's very similar. Like there's two people here also. So if this is like a relationship which is about love and, you know, marrying someone, or you're accepting a proposal or thinking about proposing, it's saying again, be really careful that you know who you, like take the time to get to know each other. If it's a partnership that you have in business, or, you know, you've hired someone, and like that kind of energy, it's just saying again, just make sure, like don't let your passion rule over your common sense, basically. And yeah, it's just with this energy here underneath, and the Knight, you know, the wands, they love their wand. So sometimes this energy can be like very passionate and more lust than love. And that's kind of the energy that quite often, the temptation that a lot of people get into. Like it's kind of like this energy of, if it's too good to be true, maybe it's too good to be true. And then we have the King of Cups coming in. So the King of Cups is sitting on his throne, and the King of Cups is the most available emotionally. He's sitting in the middle of rough waters, like he's out there in the background here, sitting here in these waves without a care in the world about it. He's not going to get caught up in his emotions. He's not going to take action until the time is right. And he does have the cup in his hand. So quite often the King of Cups is about a romantic offer, and we do have the Lovers right next to him. So this energy is saying, it's not saying that it's not something you should, I could never advise you on from cards here what you should or should do with this energy. I can just advise you that don't let your emotions rule you. Be like the King of Cups, and you rule your emotions. That's the energy that's coming in. And then it could be something like just a small error that was made somewhere, or like a clause in a contract or something like that. And you know, if you read the fine print and you really go over it, you'll see it, and then it will be the deal that you want it to be. Because we also have the Queen of Cups right next to that energy. And so the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups together like that, that's a conventional couple that quite often, like, you know, like like the 1950s couple more, like the man ruled the house and worked outside the house, and the woman stayed home, and they could afford to because they have all these pentacles, right? So this energy is about, like, if you're really steady right now and you have a really happy marriage, and you know, and maybe you're going through a little bit of a rough spot or something like that, or you enjoy the business you're in, or you enjoy where you live, but something just happened and now you're thinking about making a move, or you just got bored, that kind of energy. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups together are a very sound, stable, you know, they're emotionally available with each other. There's usually like true love there. And this also can represent someone that this energy, if it's not about romance, can be about what you love to do, what career or whatever you love to be in. So it doesn't have to be about romance, but there is a lot there. And it's talking about partnerships, right? So, you know, just with this energy sitting here, you just want to be really sure within yourself before, because you don't want your actions to create unnecessary burdens for you. And like this card here is actually, it looks like, oh, this person's really under a lot of burden, and he's just trying to get those 10 of Wands, but he's got 10 of Wands. So this is seeds that he's planted and they've grown, and he's almost home with them. He's almost there. He's just like, look at the house is right there. You can see it, but he can't see that it's that close because he's got all those wands in front of him. So he's being burdened by actions is what's coming up. So that's, again, that's what this is saying. But those are actions that this person has, that you have taken yourself as your home. And I'm just getting that a lot of people maybe are aware that, holy, like, you know, there's a lot of abundance coming in here and they want part of it, and they maybe haven't put the work in like you have. So it could be like they really do admire you, but you know, they, like if you were to hire them to do something, or if you were got in a partnership with them, that you would continue doing all the work and you would have less money for doing it. It's that kind of energy. Hi, Stella. That's my cat. She's running around here like a maniac. So we have this energy, yes, of here's the 2 wands planted here, and he's holding the globe. And this is like the energy of someone who feels like they're on the top of their turret of their castle, and they're very successful and they've done really well, but they want to move forward and go to new horizons. And, you know, that's what holding the globe, that represents the world. So this energy can say, you know, make sure that you know, if you check this out and it's a really good deal and this is something that you really want to do, don't hold yourself, you know, don't seize the opportunity if you've done after you've done all these checks and you know that this is what you want, and maybe small adjustments in it would make it a really solid, perfect offer that you want. And that it's saying, just again, due diligence. That's the words I'm hearing, due diligence. I'll just leave those there. I'm going to clarify this just to get it a little bit more clear. If you're enjoying this reading, please like and comment, and thank you. It really does empower me to build my channel. I'm clarifying. I'm going to clarify this energy using my oracle, which is Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I began the first dragon painting way back in 2007, and I completed the last one in 2020. So now they've been out and about at fairs, psychic fairs, for, you know, several years. I've had them at seminars, and now that all of them are here, because I didn't have all the paintings done, I'm gathering information with you online, because I plan to bring this deck out, you know, as soon as I have the information and I'm satisfied, like this energy, I'm satisfied that it is how I want it, because I don't want to, after putting all this energy into it, I don't want to rush and then not be satisfied with the work that I've done and feel like I have to do it over again. So that's kind of why I'm explaining that like that. That's the energy, the gist of the energy I'm picking up. And okay, so we have here I was just going to mention, I will have in the description box below the numbers of the cards in the order they appear. You can go to talesfromthevector.com, which is TAILS from thevector.com, and you can check these out there. And just the paintings are in the gallery, and there's also extra information if you feel inclined. And we have the ego card, which is a karmic space. Yes, and this is an initiation. Yeah, I just really still have this energy of, you know, and this is like the ego. We need an ego to be able to perform in the 3D, but you don't want your ego to override your common sense. It's just, keep your ego in check is what it's saying. Because there's the possibility of a reality check. And then there we have it. You know what you're doing. All-Star is coming in. This is using your insight to make the decision for this energy here. I'm just going to like clarify also that this, because I'm just, this is only my third reading online, and it's like this spread. And my cat distracted me, and she's back again. So we have, like, this energy here is about commitments, and it's about your relationships, and it can be about marriage and relationships in business. And then this is the information around, this is transformation. So what you do here is going to transform this energy I'm getting. So that's a good sign from the external. The external forces are when you're laying in bed and you're saying, what the EF happened. And that's the situation that you don't want to be in. And then we have the King of Cups is sitting on your higher learning and your ability, like your ability to travel and to learn, like in a higher level, like not at the kindergarten level, right? Like Gemini's very that it's that stage of life. That's what the sign represents. And then we have blessings. And this is around career and public image and your reputation, etc. And then we have the spirituality. So this is about wanting to expand your horizons in many ways. And that's what I was picking up, is that this energy here is kind of like you've kind of accomplished everything that you feel that you can accomplish with your success here. And that's why you want to expand, which is an awesome thing. And then, so we have this energy now of check your ego, use your intuition, which you, here we have, yes, because there's the karmic space of worldly desires and otherworldly desires, like spiritual and actually 3D, like what's happening on the earth and then what's happening in your spiritual life, like, and that's also, that includes like how you feel, your heart's desires, how you feel, what you came here for, like what do you want, like what your identity, what do you want? And you don't want it to be an anti-climax. And so you really want to give yourself permission to be able to have your authentic desires, to go after your authentic desires and not be disappointed down the line. And this card keeps coming in, and it's funny because it's right here on the scotoma. So I'm just getting that there could be a blind spot here. The blind spot, a scotoma is just a blind spot in your eye where, like, we almost all have them, where they're so small, though, they're just a little pixel that you don't really notice it, but it's something like a blind spot. So you really want to make sure if you're moving forward that the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror for a reason. So this is, again, just saying, check the fine print. Read the fine print. And then surrender is another energy. So this is about, both of these cards are major accomplices in my deck. So this is coming up like energy, errant energies in the air. Like this is kind of the energy, like what this card is saying, this is kind of like the energy that's out there right now in the world. We have all this technology, but like a lot of the communication can be very scrambled. There's a lot of scams out there. There's, a lot of, like with AI now, like it's becoming more and more challenging to differentiate between what's real and what's not. And that's just the energy coming in. And I'm getting, it's a matter of degrees. This is a general reading. So it's actually good advice for everyone. And this advice isn't just for Gemini. This is the Gemini energy coming through and saying, at this time, this is a good idea. The battle star is about being able to breathe and have the courage. And I'm just getting, like, a lot of times when people meditate, they do they do breathing exercises, etc. And this is about really having the courage to say, I want this to be like, you want it to be better than what you already have. And you don't want to have to battle over it. You want to have the courage to speak up and to look into things and do things like a grown-up. Like, you know, that's the energy. Degradation is, yeah, like it's the energy, like if, you know, you don't keep your ego in check, you could feel like, oh, you got taken advantage of in some way. And this is a gain right here, your intuition, insight, being able to see with your third eye and making sure that, you know, you don't feel like ashamed of what you did down the line, or have it not degrading your energy instead of upgrading your energy. And we have another tactic here also, disruption, like my cat. She's being a real pain in the butt-ski here. This disruption is like, a lot of times when people think about disruption, they think about something like a tornado or a hurricane or something really obvious. But disruption can be like, you know, in the holiday season, like, you know, people are busy doing other things and celebrating with their families, etc. And they're not paying as close attention. And so I'm just getting that if you're doing a lot of multitasking, and if you have all these pentacles, you probably are, and especially if you're this successful, then you want to keep it, you want to make sure that you're not juggling so much that it's stressing you out. And this is because this card also says work hard, play hard. And the surrender is to your higher power, to God, to like being able to get in touch with that. And, make sure that you're strong on the spiritual as well as the physical level. And then we have, to clarify, the Knight of Wands, there we have it. Again, lack of awareness is a karmic space. So, never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. Bang, we don't have to really say anymore. And then we have, another tactic coming in, denial. So what I don't know won't hurt me. That's the Queen of Denial sitting on this. This is another, it could hurt you. Look at this. You have 3 tactics from this energy, moving into the external forces. So that is, and then another one, right on the Lovers, dissension. So with friends like this, who needs enemies? This is my swimming with sharks card. So this is, again, the Lovers was originally a card of choice, and it's about choosing who you want to be with and do things with, like business, friends, associates, and in particular, your lover, like someone that you're going to be spending the rest of your life with. This energy of the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, just remember these are archetypes. And so this could be a woman in her masculine energy or a man in his masculine energy. And this could be, the Queen of Cups could be a woman in her feminine energy or a man in his feminine energy. And these, for some people, this could be like the qualities within you, using your masculine and your feminine energy, your logic and your intuitive insight to make these decisions. So, just take it how it is. And we have the Tower on that again. And it says divorce. So the worst divorce is from source. But this energy is saying there could be that energy here where someone's not being 100% truthful. And it could be lead to it could be that you are contemplating having a divorce, or they are contemplating having a divorce, and that we'll just leave it at that. I don't think I have to. We're adults here. We don't have to explain it. We have the Taurus energy. Well, there's the toddler energy coming in. So this is about, again, how much to give and how much to take. And really having that energy, because toddlers really want to take. They don't like to share. And so that energy is kind of saying, we've got the kindergarten, and then we have the energy of the king, who's very mature, right? And then we have the strength, the integrity. So this is my integrity card. And this is about having the strength to be able to like really dig deep into your fears and really look at things. And I'm just getting that, looking at things that you don't want to look at. And then I'm also getting looking at patterns that you may not be aware of when it comes to patterns that you have been implementing, you're not aware of, that involve like from when you were a young child, like we have the kindergarten energy and we have the toddler energy here. And so that's saying this could be like when we're young, our subconscious mind, from the time we're born until about the age of 7, our subconscious mind is formed. And a lot of us can't remember our childhood, but the thoughts from the childhood like are actually not really ours. They're the thoughts of how people saw us and told us who we were. Like when we ask them, whoa, what was I like when a kid? They'll tell you, this is what you were like. But, you know, maybe they didn't have that much insight is what's coming up. Yeah. And this is coming up here. I love to see this to end this reading, because this is, you know, do your due diligence and you're going to be good. Like this, you're protected by the universe, you're protected by God, as long as you stay on the path that is the strong one for you, that's on with your authentic desires. You're not going to be foolish. Let go of expectations of how things should happen and allow yourself to anticipate the best and move into this energy of, you know, if this, whatever this is, doesn't work out, that's because there's something better there for you, and it won't be long before that comes along. All right. Well, that was kind of like a different reading, and I do hope you liked it. I enjoyed it, but it was kind of like, so, you know, like, comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the, you know, of this channel. And I really want to thank you. It really empowers me to be able to build my channel up. Bye for now. I will be doing another reading for Gemini in mid-month. Thank you. Bye-bye.